Dang it.
Hello everyone, this is episode 1 of High Talks. My name is the 905 guy, she's
The 905 girl.
So basically what this is going to be is we have challenged ourselves to make a video at least once a week, and then we challenged ourselves to make more than that, but this is the once a week that we go outside and we partake, and then we try to have serious conversations about overcomplicated things. And I just think it's a hilarious idea. Throughout that, we're going to have guests and friends and hopefully grow this into something that's cool and entertaining for not only just us. So just to get to know us better, we call this High Talks because we partake. And so I figure if we're going to have a podcast about partaking, we should probably discuss why it is that we decided to do so. So the 905 girl and I are actually relatively new to it. What would you say? 6 months? 7 months?
Yeah, not much longer, if that, yeah.
So we're both in our 30s. Rude. So we're both in our 30s, and we started just before she turned 30. So she started in her late 20s, I started in my 30s. So we started late. And my reason for that is I've never been against it. And I've always actually been pro-weed. Most of my friends have always smoked it. But the reason I took forever was my sister had a boyfriend that when I was young. I don't even know how young, but I was very young. And he tried it, and I don't know what happened, but I just remember being told that he was seizing, and for whatever reason that just scared me. That's the one thing that made me not want to try it. It had nothing to do with who drugs are bad or whatever. I always envied the people who could empty their mind, and I was always jealous of it because I was honestly just I don't even know how to explain it. What was I saying now?
He was seething,
you know what I was saying?
and it made you not want to try it.
Wow.
Do you want to stop and...
No.
Okay. Sorry.
So it always made me envious of people who did it because they could empty out their mind, and because I guess you could say I was scared for reasons. I'm not a fan of breaking any kind of law. So that's another thing. Once it became legal, that was another huge thing lifted off my shoulders. And it's just once you see someone do something weird, or I didn't see it, but I was told that it happened. It's just I always thought everyone else was weird for doing it and putting yourself at some sort of risk, but I was always cool with using it to medicate, because as we'll get into it, that's why I started, but that's my story as to why I did not. I don't know if you want to say why you did not until you were 30 or...
Yeah, well, some of it was because people around me and my family did it, and I don't know, growing up, I was very much sheltered from the world. So it was such a bad thing. Like, I mean, and it wasn't legal, so yeah, it was a bad thing, I guess. So I just, I don't know, wanted to be good, not one of the bad kids, because I feel like it's easy to be one of the bad kids and rebel. It's harder to not sometimes.
No, I feel like that's fair. Because it would, like 10 kids are throwing snowballs at one kid. It would be easier to pick up snow and throw it at the kid than it would be to stand in front of the kid. So, no, it would have been easier to rebel. And I kind of get it. I feel the same way. And it's just, like, I didn't want to be the bad kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I never really got in trouble. Like, I egged out once, but like, I never stole anything. I never beat up anybody. Like, I've been in 3 fights in my life, and so it's like, I guess another part of it was I never understood why you would want to miss certain things. Not necessarily miss, but like, because my naive self didn't know what it was, and I never educated myself to that point. To me, it was almost like people were using it as a crutch to like just mend the fact that life sucks, kind of a thing. A lot like people use alcohol, just
right.
Drink it away, tomorrow's problem kind of thing. And I thought it was the same thing. I just thought it was another form of being an alcoholic, because I was uneducated. But it is a lot more than that. It doesn't give you the troubled behavior of alcohol. Like, I would never smoke way too much weed and cheat on my wife. Like, and if I drink 3 cases of beer and some chick starts rubbing on me, I would hope I would say no, but there'd be a much higher chance if I was drunk, but there'd be no chance if I was high. So it's less about rounding back. It's less about melting away and just forgetting about your problems, bro. And it's more along the lines of pushing through the barriers to even reach the emotions of your problems, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's more sophisticated than I ever thought it was.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it allows me to actually be the real me. I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of doubts where I go to say something and then I'll just as quickly not, because I had a thought saying they'll think you're annoying or that's stupid, you're not funny. So I just don't I don't act like myself, except for probably just in front of you. I don't think I allow myself to come through in like different amounts. Like, it's not like I either do or I don't. And it's not like if I don't open up to you, it's still me. Like, I'm not being fake. I'm just not allowing myself to freely speak. So saying that, I feel like when I do partake, it's getting rid of those doubts, and I can just be me regardless of who I'm with. So to me, it actually has given me better life better life. What's the word?
Experiences?
I was gonna say that, but that's not what I was. Or is that what I was trying to say? I don't know.
Your life has gotten more of a value.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was able to be myself, like, with your family and whoever, friends, like.
Which is so funny because my family has so little fucks to give. Like, they're just gonna love you no matter what, no matter who you are. My family's just weird that way, and it's not even weird. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
But for you to feel in such a family that you couldn't, I'm glad that you can now. I'm glad that that part of your soul is complete. Like, for real, it sounds corny, but like, so sort of stories as to why we didn't. My story as to why I did is, I guess that I started around a year ago, but about 8 months ago, I went through a maddening depression for the umpteenth time of my life, and I needed something. Everyone tells me weed will calm you down, weed will make you feel better, and it just, at some point, you have to think of it as a legitimate option. So I did a bunch of research, like weeks of research, to see the benefits, the side effects, if anything I've ever thought was true, if anything, because you tend to believe something, and then you tend to find others that believe what you believe, and then suddenly you're in, a camp with, anyway. So I just did a bunch of research. I looked up weed haters, I looked up weed lovers, I looked up weed, just to get both sides, and I educated. And then I set out to talk to people who I know who partake, people who are close to me, people who I know my story and would never steer me wrong. And it just was, it's legal now. There's nothing morally stopping me. But now it's just, the only thing that was stopping me was the what ifs. What if Buddy had seized just because of weed? What if I become something that I've always not tried to be, kind of thing? But I needed it to help try to calm me down. So I again talked to some people who were really close to me. They helped me out. They talked to me about everything I needed to know, what to expect, and they just left me be with it for a couple days. And by the end of the first week, I had tried it twice, and my brain has never felt more clear. And I can't honestly express, like, I get it now. It's like swimming in swamp water, and then suddenly I cleared an edge, and now I'm in, some sort of Caribbean Sea, where it's, you know what I mean? I don't know. You? Why did you try?
So the biggest thing is because it became legal. Because if it was illegal, there's no way. I wouldn't. So yeah. So it became legal. That was the biggest thing. And then after that, one of my flaws in my personality is hating missing out. Like, That's the one thing I get jealous over. I don't get jealous about anything else other than missing out on an experience. So when it became legal, I just instantly wanted to because it's something else I could try. In a safe space, much like when I drink at Christmas time, I do it with family and friends. Like, I don't go to bars, I don't do it randomly outside. Like, I'm smart about it. So I thought I could do the same thing with this, with someone, like, first time I partake should be with someone that I trust.
Who loves you will take care of you.
Yeah.
Who loves you will take care of you.
Yeah. But then why not try it? It was way more beneficial than I thought it would be. I will never forget the first time I just felt free of the constant doubt and it felt nice.
To me, it's like you see those old 90s videos of downtown New York and all of the cars are just going crazy. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly all the red lights go and they all just stop all at once and you can cross the road. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was before and after of my brain.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I come up with lyric, I come up with rhymes, I come up with poems, I came up with this.
Yeah.
Like, and the other 2 shows we're going to be doing on this. Like, our logo, our designs, the scripts, everything, it's all creative minds from being free.
Yeah.
And anyone who has ever known me, like, we didn't make me creative.
No.
I've been a photographer professionally for 2 years. I've done it, like, ever since I've been able to hold a camera. Mm-hmm. And I've always been able to write poems, and I've always been able to, like, you know, I sing like a C-, but I can write you a song. Like, but, so I've always been creative, so we didn't make me creative, it opened up, you know, it gave,
amplified it.
Yeah. It took me and the demons on my shoulders who were always like, you're fat and ugly, you're stupid and dumb, no one loves you, blah, blah, blah. And it just was like, and just now I can stand up tall and be like,
and breathe.
Yeah, like, you want to know what's a great idea? Let's partake and then film ourselves having serious conversations.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes about not serious things.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
To me, it's freeing. If I had to put one word, freeing.
It's yeah.
You? One word?
Nirvana. Yeah. Just pure bliss.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's, I don't know about you. I'm still glad I waited. Like, I think even if it had been legal, which now that I'm educated, I'm very much on the side that it likely should have been a long time ago, if maybe never criminalized in the first place. Within limits. I don't think you should drive. I don't think, you know, just don't be stupid. Like, and I definitely think that you should be 19.
Yeah.
Because I think you should have a fully developed brain.
I agree.
But other than that, if you're not driving, and if you're not hurting anyone, just
have fun.
Would you have started before 30? Yeah, let's say if it was legal your entire life. Do you think you wish you could go back and start at 16, 15?
No, I think I still would have waited probably to my, I think I would wait to my 20s.
Yeah, I probably would.
I don't think I would have done it in school.
Yeah. I fully admit, and I don't take this like softly at all. It would have helped a lot through some serious times in my life.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I would have had it maybe in my early 20s, maybe in my mid 20s. Definitely I'm glad that I didn't do it in high school though.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, question for you. Have you had, and how would you describe a bad high?
Bad high?
For
No.
you?
No.
No?
I've had harsh highs. I've had, like, I have no idea what is going on highs. But I've never been scared. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I had one where I was looking at my phone and my brother texted me, and I was laying down on the couch or something, but I was laying down. My brother texted me, and I see the chat bubbles, and I see his name at the top, and I see the letters, and under the letters I see the chat bubbles, and under the chat bubbles I see the white background of the text messages.
Okay.
And then I started to tilt my phone, and I could see them all in layers. That was the weirdest thing, I feel. Every now and again, I'll get the jimmies where I just start dancing and I have no control. I like to watch the weirdest videos, like this random dude fixing people's PCs. For a while there, I was watching some guy take rust off his cars.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, just the weirdest things. You haven't had any weird eyes, have you, where you stood at the...
Well, it was a couple nights ago, and I was boiling water for a hot chocolate for us, and I was standing there, and I just kind of went, and then I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I felt dizzy, and then I texted you, and you came out to the kitchen, but I felt really dizzy, and then I was concerned about my health, so then I was a little bit like, okay, now just stay calm, but for a minute, just a quick moment, I panicked a bit. That's it.
So, to round these off, let's, to round this off, let's answer a couple things real quick. Scale of 1 to 10, are you glad you started? 10 being absolutely, 1 being you kind of wish you'd quit.
Oh, 10.
I'm with a 10. Scale of 1 to 10, would you recommend it to people?
After the age of 20, yes.
Yeah.
10.
Other than age, is there anything else you, like, obviously drinking or smoking and driving, you're against, I would assume?
Oh, yeah.
Or
still under the influence.
Maybe let's not be like a babysitter of an infant or something.
Right. Same thing as alcohol. Same thing as alcohol. Treat it the same way and just be smart.
But other than that, you think everyone should be able to?
Yeah, if they want to, don't force them. But yeah, absolutely. Same thing as alcohol. Treat it the same way and just be smart.
But other than that, you think everyone should be able to?
Yeah, if they want to, don't force them. But yeah, absolutely.
And any cons for you?
The coughing.
Yeah, okay.
That was hard for the first couple weeks, especially. Well, then we got COVID, and we were coughing, and that lasted, like, the coughing side effects from COVID lasted a long time. Like, at least an extra month. And that sucked. Other than the coughing.
No day-to-day negativities.
Sometimes it's harder to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's harder to wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Is that because of
Not often though. I always wake up at least once. But the difference is I can fall asleep right away. Like literally 2 seconds, I'm back out. Whereas before that wasn't the case either. I would fall asleep initially so fast to a fault. It's sometimes I'm just literally mid-conversation and I'm just, but so yeah, I can fall asleep fast, that's fine, but I couldn't stay asleep. So that was a big plus.
Well,
Wait, what about you?
What?
What was you?
Negative side effects?
Yeah, do you have any negative side effects?
No. Other than you find it more hard. You find it harder to wake up in the morning.
And I feel like if a doctor said, like, you have to stop, I could just stop now. I just would want it because I like that feeling of feeling like I can just be myself without doubt. I mean, maybe there's medication out there specifically for that.
That was going to be my next question. If you could take a pill instead and have the same feeling,
then I'd probably save weed for holidays like I do alcohol.
just take the pill every day?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that sounds like the smarter idea. However, I kind of enjoy the experience. My favorite part of our day is going outside and talking.
Mm-hmm.
Everything creative. This whole thing that we're doing right now is invented on our porch.
Yeah.
Like, it was dreamt up in a conversation because we go from talking about space to talking about hockey to talking about friends to talking about pregnancy to talking about freaking seasons, and we were just like, we need to start recording this, and that's how High Talks got started. This is now our 4th episode that we've recorded.
Yeah.
It's our first episode people are going to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we already have one uploaded that only one person has seen other than us, and that's because they're in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a second one with that person already recorded and not edited.
Yeah.
And we have this one.
Right.
And then we recorded a beta one that we just showed our family.
Yeah. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's hilarious.
I think the fact that we've recorded a few already has had me already forget about the camera in front of me.
At first, I was a little bit awkward. But then I just kind of started having a conversation with you, and it's easy.
If you have any ideas for conversations, we have the next couple of weeks' videos already uploaded. So we're going to need conversations. We're going to be filming these weekly so that we're always a couple of weeks ahead of where we need to be.
Yeah.
Because tragedy happens in this family, and that's what I need to have happen.
No more.
But we're gonna turn this into something great, and I thank every single one of you for watching.
Thank you.
52 weeks from now, we're gonna release the videos that we've already made that you guys haven't seen. So hopefully you'll want to see that. But for now, this has been High Talks. I am the 905 guy, and that's
The 905 girl.
and that's
The 905 Molly.
and thanks for watching.
Dang it.